Hi, class piano. So here we are in Unit 12 that starts on page 101. Take a look at the objectives that we're going to take a look at throughout this unit. And also you'll want to read up on Frédéric Chopin. Now Chopin, he sounds like he has a pretty French name. He does because his father was French, but his mother was Polish. So he's actually a Polish composer. So read the paragraph on page 101. For your warm-up for this unit, what I'd like you to do is start extending the range. So we're going to do an intervallic scale, C to D, then C to E, just like we do in chorus, then Do, Fa, up to G. Go back to your thumb and walk the top note up to A, and then back down the same way. So the top note, the finger's just going to extend. Then Do, Re, Do. And we'll do that in all of our diatonic keys. I'll kind of give you a heads up because sometimes that sixth note at the top is going to have to be one of the black notes. So here we are in the key of C, C to D first. C, E, C, F, C, G, C, A, walk the top finger up, C, G, walk the top finger down, good. Then to F, regular fingerings, Do, Re, Do. And move to D, ready, go. D, E, D, F sharp, D, G, D, A, next note's a B, walk up, good, back down to A, now finger 4 or 2 on G, here's F sharp, and E, 2, move to E and go, E, F sharp, E, G sharp, E, A, E, B. Now you're going to reach for C sharp, way up, back down to B, tuck it in, good, to A, G sharp, F sharp. That one's going to take some practice. 2, move to F and go, F, G, F, A, F, B flat, F, C, F, D, back down to C. Here comes that B flat, A, G. Move to G position, G, A, G, B, good. Top finger walks up one to E, back down to D, G, A, G. Move to A, 2, ready, go. A, B, A, C sharp, D, E, reach for F sharp, back, leap to E, regular D, C sharp, and B. 2, ready, key of B, B, C sharp, D sharp, E natural, F sharp, and you guessed it, G sharp, back down, F sharp, E, D sharp, C sharp. Home to C we go, C, D, C, E. Good, reach higher for A, tuck it into G, and Do, Re, Do. Do that each time you practice this week. Let's take a look on page 102. So now we're examining the 5 commonly played Cs, where they are not only on the keyboard, but where they are on the staff. So I'd like you to start on middle C. Why don't you identify and play that with your right hand? Go up an octave, and then looking on page 102, that is 3rd space C. And then another octave up, that is 2nd ledger line C. Now go back with your left hand to middle C, thumb, walk down an octave. You're used to playing this. It's called bass C, and then an octave below that, 2 ledger lines down, is low C. So what's nice is that C's at the opposite ends of the spectrum are 2 ledger lines, either above or below. So let's start on that bass C, which is 2 ledger lines below the staff, and you're just going to play a 5-note scale up and down in 8th notes. That's 4-3-2, 3 and 4 and. Half note, move an octave up, go. Right hand, middle C, go. 1, 2, up an octave and go. Good. For the next one, up an octave. Look on the music. See how high up the notes are. Count those ledger lines. So now we've played that 5-note pentachord all over the keyboard in various ranges. Now we're going to take a look at triads here. Page 103. We're in treble clef, right hand, playing those 3 notes of the 1 chord in C all at the same time, C, E, G. We're not going to use any of the black notes, so what we're doing is going up just by 1 note to the right each time. So finger 1, 3, 5 always, 2, 3, hold for 4, 2, 3, move up 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, and home to C. 2, 3, 4. Let's do it in the left hand. And in this left hand, you might pay attention to thinking, what is the quality of that triad? Is it a major chord or is it a minor chord? 1, 2, ready, and 2, 3, 4. So you heard various qualities of chords there. So we are here in the key of C, and the 1 chord, so starting on C, C, E, G, stacked in thirds, the 1 chord is a major chord. So we would use a capital number 1 for that one, capital I. The 2 chord, moving 1 to the right, D, F, A in the key of C, that's a minor sonority. So we have a major 1 chord and a minor 2 chord. Shift 1 to the right, so it's E, G, B. The 3 chord, what quality do you hear? It's also a minor chord. So major 1, minor 2, minor 3. How about that 4 chord? F, A, C, it's major. So is G, B, D, the 5 chord. So the 4 chord and the 5 chord in a major key are major triads. How about the 6 chord? Minor. And how about the 7th chord? Ooh, that sounds unlike anything that we've had before. The 7 chord is a diminished chord because you've got a minor third here in the case of the root to the third, B to D, and then also a minor third from D to F, natural. So we've got 2 minor thirds stacked on each other. Then we go back to the major 1 chord. So in a major key, it's a major 1 chord, minor 2, minor 3, major 4, major 5, minor 6th, diminished 7th chord, and then back to your major 1 chord. Okay, now let's take a look at the bottom of page 103. Here we have the chord symbols written in that jazz pop notation. We're playing the F chord, F, A, C. We're playing the C chord. Notice now which hand, though, they're asking for. So the first triad, the F1, is played in the left hand. Now way down in that bass clef range, so the note your thumb was just on, left thumb, the right thumb takes over, plays a C triad. Left hand crosses over, share the pinky note, G chord. Share the thumb note, right hand, it's D, F sharp, A. Share the pinky note, cross, A, C sharp. Share the thumb note, E major chord, which is G sharp, B. And then we're going to share that pinky note cross left, B, D sharp, F sharp. Now let's put it together in a nice smooth motion. Get reset, so both hands are down low F. 1 and 2 and 3. Share the thumb and C, right hand. Share pinky, left, G chord. Share the thumb, D major, D, F sharp, A. Cross, A, C sharp, E. And E, G sharp, B. Cross left, B, D sharp, F sharp. Nice job, that hand over hand. What you want to do is make sure you move the hands fluidly and quickly. Get it out of the way. Okay, let's talk about parallel moves here. Parallel means it is traveling the same distance in the same direction. So a C chord going to a D chord, going to an E chord, going to an F chord, those are all parallel motions. So if you take a look at the left hand, we're really only playing one note at a time, aren't we? Let's isolate that. Do you remember what the bracket underneath means? It means to pedal. And when the bracket stops, you lift up that sustain pedal. Okay, left hand, C position. 1, 2, ready, hold for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Clear pedal, walk up, pedal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Clear. Pedal, hold. 1, 2, 3. Sounds like Lean on Me. 1, 2, change. Leap down, octave G. And 2 on C. 2, 3, change to pinky on C. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Pedal, 1, 2, 3, 4. Go down, 1, 2, pinky. Hold the thumb and octave reach to C. You'll probably want to do that several times, not only to time the pedal, but there are some interesting moments there where you have to change fingerings in a way that you don't want to. Make sure that you are tying for appropriate value. There's a lot of 5-count notes, the whole note tied into the quarter note. When you're ready, let's do the right hand. The key is to hold all of the same notes for full value and to make them sound at the same time. Notice the pedal marking is far away from the notes in the right hand. 1, 2, ready, and. With the pedal and. Clear. Pedal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Clear. Pedal. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Clear. Pedal. 1, 2, go. Hold 2, 3. Back to C. 2 plus me. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice you're not pedaling when you're moving. 1, 2, 3, 4. This goes down to D. 1, 2, and move. 1, 2, 3, 4. When you've really perfected that right hand with the pedaling, again, the big hint is you only pedal when you're holding that long chord. Okay, so let's try putting those hands together. 1, 2, ready, go. 2, 3, 4. No pedal. Pedal. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, move. Leap, left hand. Good. 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Clear. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a tough little passage in order to get everything timed out, but the nice thing is you just kind of lock your fingers in position and move up and down the keyboard. Okay, taking a look at page 105. We're now talking about the Italian term arpeggio. An arpeggio is a broken chord. We often sing it as do, mi, sol, mi, do. So let's take a look at what they're asking us to do. Not only do we play the C triad in the left hand, but we play the C triad in the right hand. And then the left index finger is going to cross and play high do. Back down the same way. Left takes over on the G. Hold for 3, 2, 3. Good. And then what you do is turn it into minor. Remember that going from major to minor, what you do is lower the third scale degree by a half step. So sometimes it's a sharp that you make natural. Sometimes it's a natural that you make flat. So we'll play it once major, then we'll play it once minor. Then we're going to shift up to the key of D. So I'll guide you through as you go. Make sure that left index finger has enough time to cross and then get back down. Conservative tempo. Here goes C major. 1, 2, begin. Left. One, two, block chord. Now C minor, go. E flat. and over. 1, 2, 3. Move to D, and here we go. D, F sharp, A. Aim for D. Good, look before you leap. Left hand back. 1, 2, block chord. C minor or D minor. D, F regular. All white. 1, 2, 3. Couple measures, get ready for E, and here we go. E, G sharp, B. Look, leap, go. B, G sharp. 2, 3. Now middle finger, G regular. E, G, B. Look and cross, go. 1, 2, 3. 2. Set for F, 2, 3. F, A, C, begin. Index cross. 1, 2, 3. F minor, A flat. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. G, 1, G, B, D. 1, 2, major, minor, B flat. Good. B flat. Block chord. For the next ones, A major, A, C sharp, E, I'm going to use the pedal of 4 and 5 and go. 1, 2, 3. Minor, clear? Clear because it's a different harmony. This is all white, C natural. 1, 2, 3. Good, move to B, 2, 3. It's B, D sharp, F sharp, and go. 1, 2, 3. B minor, clear pedal. B, D regular, F sharp. F sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back to C, and here you go with cross index. 1, 2, 3. C minor, clear pedal. C, E flat. 1, 2, 3. So what we just played is the bottom of 105. Notice that it has the 8VA symbol, which means you're playing it an octave above what was written. Okay, let's turn to page 106 and 107, and this is the last thing we'll do in this particular unit. This is an interesting piece, and it's one of the pieces that I usually put on the final. So we're putting a lot of different things together here. So the first thing that you'll notice is the range of the piece is pretty extensive. We're starting with the left pinky on that low C, and what we're doing is playing the triad, C triad. Right hand is down in the left hand normal C range. Play the triad. It's the right hand, or the left hand crossing, pinky on middle C. Now the right thumb is up on C, but notice it's a scale. D, E. Okay, and now you go back to D in the right hand, so that's index finger. Meanwhile, the left hand is playing low D. We turn it into a minor chord, D minor. D minor down there with right hand, left crosses, D minor. Now right thumb on D, but scale, E, F. Walk up to G, left hand's on G2, go. Triad, right hand plays that G triad. Left hand plays the G triad. Now finger 4 in the right is on F. Walk down the scale. Now middle finger on E. Meanwhile, left pinky is on low C. Right does it. Left does it. Triad. Here's right hand on a scale. C, D, E. Now it's all about F. Left pinky F, right ring finger F. This is the 4 chord. F chord. Cross left hand. F chord. And the right hand, F, G, A, all the way up to B. Meanwhile, it's G in the left hand. That's the 5 chord. Now it's finger 4, that's a B in the right hand. It's going to skip back to B, still G chord in the left. Okay, now the right hand starts on G with the thumb, walk all the way up to C. C chord in the left, way down. Right hand does a C chord. Left hand does a C chord, crossover. Right hand does a C chord. Left index finger up on high C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right thumb middle C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left pinky low C. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what might be helpful for you to do is to identify what chord are we playing on each line. In the first line, that's a C chord. In measure 5, it is a D chord, D minor, DFA. And then in measure 9, we go to the 5 chord, G chord. In measure 13, we're back on the 1 chord, the C chord. Measure 17 is the 4 chord, F, F-A-C. Measure 21 is the G chord. Also measure 25, excuse me, is still the G chord. Measure 29, back to the 1 chord. All right, so the only thing that I didn't play for you was that first note in the right hand. Pinky's up on C, so we start on C pinkies. Here goes the whole piece as a composite. Watch out for the pedaling. You're going to pedal each line of music, so every 4 bars. 1 and 2 and go. Right, left. This is right scale, C, D, E. Down to D chord. Smooth motions with the arms. Up to G chord. Now middle finger on E, but the left hand is a C chord. So you're going to watch out for that ending note in the right hand. Here we go. It's all about F. F chord, go. And the left hand F chord. Right does a scale. Up to B, but it's a G chord in the left hand. Finger 4 on B. Stay on that G chord. Now walk up to C. Right hand jumps. Left crosses. Right underneath. And cross finger 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Middle C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left pinky C. 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is Unit 12. It's a lot of material to cover, lots of moving hands around, and again, familiarity with the pedal. But good luck. Hopefully you progress well and have a good time of it this week. Thanks.